What I learned from practicing backgrounds for a week. So here's the thing. I hate drawing backgrounds. I've always run away from my background responsibility because I suck at it, but I felt like it could help me with my character illustrations. So that's what I did. Every day for a week I practiced drawing backgrounds to see how much can I improve and how much can I learn. And if you're new here, I'm a character artist. I love drawing characters. I've been drawing them for a while now, and I just like to share the stuff that I learned with you. So in the beginning, I just wanted some mileage. I just pulled up some references and went straight into it. But because of the previous challenge that I did about learning Sakimi-chan's art style for a week, I knew that I will get overwhelmed trying to learn all of stuff. Therefore, I've made a plan of the things that I wanted to practice. So with no thought and not a single tutorial watched, I just start drawing. I just start doing thumbnails because I heard that it's good to do them. So I just did it. So next day I woke up and figured out that it would be actually nice to watch some tutorials and learn something. That's what I did. But after watching them and actually practicing, I realized two things that I need to focus on. Contrast and shapes. Add more contrast so the closer stuff will get much more contrast than the further one. Also the closer stuff will get much darker than the further. Previous day my shapes were random and messy, so I needed to be more conscious about them and try to make them appealing and actually have purpose. Therefore on day 3 I wanted to improve it. I tried to play with contrast, I was observing the reference, and also I was putting the reference in grayscale to not worry about color. But for shapes I still didn't really know. I didn't really pay attention to them. I just forgot about them. So basically for those 3 days, I just made thumbnail block-ins, which I think is one of the best practices that you can do. Next day I didn't have much time. I still watched some tutorials, a couple of tutorials, and I practiced. I did one study, but I've learned so much. So I've also never done grayscale to color because it always looked bad for me and also muddy. The colors were muddy. I didn't knew how to do it, but this time I actually learned to do it, and it was super simple. So first you paint a grayscale, and then you just add a layer on top of that, which is color or overlay, and that's it. You just paint the colors in. Also I like to keep every part on the separate layer, so then I actually can put some atmosphere, and then I can with airbrush just paint in the color of the sky to show, the fog, the atmosphere, I guess. So basically the further stuff is more faded away, yet still my shapes look bad. Therefore, on the next day, I finally tried to practice shapes, and backgrounds are all about shapes. To be honest, drawing anything is all about shapes. Basically, you simplify everything to basic shapes, forms, and then you build upon it. I did a first thumbnail where I tried to focus on, shapes, lines, curves and stuff, but it didn't really look good at all. Then randomly something struck me, okay? The thought about small, medium, large rule. So I changed it a little bit, and finally it looked much better. And with it in mind, I tried to do more sketches, more studies, and finally I could actually see that, there was more thought about it, okay, about the shapes in my mind while drawing it. And also I really like how it turned out. And also while doing it, I figured out that, okay, you can actually put this rule in anything, even in those shapes. So in a large shape, you can still divide it into small, medium, large, and also leave in some area to rest for our eyes. Because you don't really want like a super busy painting where every, inch of the painting is detailed. You want some area where your eye can actually, rest. The other thing that I learned is that it's good to actually have repeating shape language in your painting. So maybe you're drawing like a mountain or something, okay? Just copy it, paste it somewhere else, okay, and do a duplicate of that. But still remember about the rule. So the small, medium, large. So copy it, but make it smaller, bigger, or whatever you want. But still there was something missing, okay? Like what's the point of even doing background? To just show some grass? No. So on 6th day, I finally practiced composition. And I've even read a couple of books about it. So the one about composition and narrative from 3D Total, and also Framed Ink, and Color and Light by James Gurney. Although I've read this book, I still needed a reminder, okay, so I just went quickly through them again. And to that I also watched a couple of tutorials and did studies. But there's so much to composition, okay? Whenever I just type into Google like composition in drawing, okay, there were so many compositions. I was super overwhelmed. There were like, L's, triangles, like whatever, like bro. So I just kept like 2 of them, the ones that I thought would be the best for me, which were rule of thirds and Golden ratio. The rule of thirds is basically, divided into like 9 equal rectangles, and it's basically to put your focal point on the cross section. And golden ratio is a Fibonacci spiral, okay, it's like boom, and it's best to put the spinning thing. But after reading those books again, I realized that there's much more things to composition than just putting your focal point in the best place. So the main point of it is to, guide the viewer's eye into something, okay, to tell a story. And you can do that by pointing shapes into this direction, okay? So maybe making like triangles that, point into the face of your character. You can even do something like, 3-point triangle composition stuff that basically you have, I guess, like 3 focal points, but one is your main one, and basically the other 2 make this triangle. So your eye goes from one to the second to think bing, bing, bing. So maybe you can think about like a character, okay, looking at, let's say, a raven in the hand, okay, and in other hand has something like, I don't know, like a sword that points, okay. Also this raven head points into character, everything points into character, and it basically guides you into the character. But you can also use contrast, scale, the rhythm, okay. So you can either do this by contrast, so let's say, black and white and stuff. Scale, you can, have like a big ass mountain and a small characters that go here, and also by rhythm, so the flowy lines that flows into stuff. So you can do that with clouds, okay, basically like clouds, I don't know, like some spirals that guide somewhere. And also you can change all of that to change the the feeling of the painting. So for example, maybe instead of like like a triangles and hard edges, hard angles, you can do spheres, which are much more chill. But looking at my drawings, there was still something missing, okay? It lacked details. So I look at the mountains, but they were like really simple, and you can say that it's art style or whatever, but it was just bland. It was just, meh. It wasn't really appealing. So that's what I wanted to practice on that day. So therefore, on that day, I just wanted to practice it. Basically, practice the stuff that you can put into your background. So trees, clouds, rocks, this type of stuff. So I started with trees, and not gonna lie, I was super scared, okay? There was maybe one time that I actually did some tree study, any background studies. I was scared that, though, even though I love drawing characters, and I like them, I still feared that, the trees would be garbage. But to be honest, everything in art actually helps each other. So even though I was mainly practicing, characters, drawing characters, rendering them, I still tried to, show gesture with gesture studies that I did from characters. I tried to actually apply it into trees, making them dynamic and pretty cool. So yeah, with trees, I try to have flow and also try to balance the shapes, okay, still remembering about small, medium, large. And also I wanted to have, a balance between shapes. So CSI, like the C, S's and straight lines. Next were the rocks, and actually I'm proud of it, okay? I'm proud of them rocks. There is a couple of things while drawing rocks that you gotta remember. So basically follow a perspective, also have a good shapes, and follow small, medium, large, and add some details to show characters to the rock and not make them like perfect, squares or something. And then I did clouds. I've always wanted to draw clouds, so I prepared myself. I watched some tutorials, and at the beginning of my journey, of my drawing journey, I always thought that clouds are these random blobs on the sky and there's not really a rule to drawing them. But quickly I realized that, yeah, there's a way to drawing them. So basically I learned that mostly the bottom of clouds is actually somewhat flat, okay? They follow perspective, obviously, and you can build up the shape with one color and then add another color. And for blocking out clouds, I like to use, my basic round brush and also an eraser, okay? So I like to, put some strokes, erase some strokes to make this kind of like fluffy look. I really like it. So, I did the first cloud, I almost did the second cloud, but then the power went out and, I just, boom, it shut down. And I went and fixed it. But, after turning on my PC, I realized that I didn't save it and my file was nowhere to be found. I didn't Google it. I tried to find it. I don't know, I just gave up, okay? I opened up a new file and luckily, the recovered file actually showed up. Although it wasn't really fully recovered, it still was better than nothing. But I said to myself, yeah, maybe it's time to stop. Actually, for a week, I learned a lot of stuff. And to be honest, in 2 weeks, I could have become an art god. But yeah, there's so much stuff to learn about backgrounds. I mean, I guess it's to learn with everything, with characters, in whatever, in cars. And I might do another background, okay, in the future. I mean, the biggest lessons from this were actually, the thumbnails, okay? Then actually changing my workflow. So I've never actually went from grayscale to color. which was super fun and easy. And also the colors were much better than I would, just eyeball it the first try. Just putting the grayscale, you don't have to worry about colors, okay? You just have to worry about the values, and that's it, okay? If the painting will be looking good in, just values, it will definitely look good in colors. But to that, also the small, medium, large rule was super clutch and actually super good. And all the compositions I learned, the sketching, the telling the story, the rendering, yeah, it was pretty cool. Also, there is a tutorial about drawing faces in perspective and rendering hair. If you want, you can check out my Patreon for that, and also free brushes. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, if you learned something, okay, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and check out my socials. So yeah, to the next one, and bye.